Hi everybody. In this video I'm going to show you about how to add new food information as here you can add more record to the flat list. So let's start with the previous lesson. We have the add button, and after you pressing it, it will show the message. And now I want to add a model screen here, and in this screen you can add information and press save. Okay, create a new file. So we have a new file, add model. It is new component .js, and inside this I can type the user interface as here. So firstly I must import some of the component or library. So we have two important library here. The first is a model box component, and the second is a button. So you can install it simply by using add yarn. So yarn add Reactnative button. Then you can see the result in package.json. You can list on and cat package.json. So you see that these two library or packages has been added to the dependencies in the project. Okay, so continue with this component. We can import FlatList from FlatList data. This is an array that use the general commonly with the basic FlatList. And we also have the screen. It is the screen size of the device. We have add model component, and we have the return function. We return to the model component, and you can add any component inside the model. We style for the model here. We have the border radius for iOS, but 0 for Android. And we also have the radius shadow, and we have the width and size of the model screen. So you can add the fixed width or fixed size depending on your purpose. So here we use this size. Inside the model you can add some of the property, but the onClose function here is called when the model is closed. So we alert to the screen that model closed. So this is a basic about model, and inside the model we have the first is a text. The text here is a title for the model, so I use a text component. Inside the basic flat list you can add the model below the flat list, and the flat list here, the model here has two properties. So we have the reference to the add model, and the reference name here it is the same like the point to the object, and the basic flat list object here is this. Import the add model to the basic flat list, then you can call it. So inside the add model, let's come to this. Comment out this line, not necessary. So you can clone this add model here by using this.ref. And where is this function? Yes, this function is a function that shows a model. And how can I work? So I define it here. I define this function here. Then inside this function we want to call model component. So I have to make the reference name for the model component. So I use ref property my model. Then I can use this.refs dot my model. Yes, my model is here as it's a row. Dot open, and this function will show the model, will open the model or the model box. Yes, so you press to the add, you see that this arrow. Why is this error occur? So we click to basic flat list and point to this. So you see that the this.ref is undefined. The reason is that the this is not the object of basic flat list. So you have to make this become the basic flat list object, and you can do this by simply add this line means that this in on press add becomes the this of the basic flat list, and you press into the add. So okay, we have the pop-up the model here and the model close. So when you dismiss or close the model, inside the add model you see that this is the icon code when you close the model, and you can style for the text for model. So we can set the font size, the text align, font weight. Okay, and we have a text input below the model title, and the text input here allow you to input your food information, for example food name, food description, etc. So the placeholder is a text that when it is blank. Okay, so here enter new food name, and this is a title. You can type your title here, your food name here. Okay, so we also have the value property of text input. This is get from the state, and where the state. So I have to define this state in the constructor. So inside the constructor I define the state. We have two property: new food name, the second is new food description. So on change state, this is a function is called when user type his or her text here, and you can set the type text to the state new food name as here. So after pressing this, we can get the content after you type. Yes. So you can make the second text input like this, or similarly to this text input. So we have two text input, one for new food name and one for new food description. These two new food name has a different placeholder. Okay, so let's run. Okay, run, and we have two input text here. So you can type your information to this, and you can press save button. So let's add the save button here, or the save or the OK button. So the save button, we have the style, and we have the container style, we have the background color, etc. So you can see this when you press the save. Okay, so modern close, and you can not the on press icon here. You can add the function to the on press event here, but firstly you need to check for new food name and new food description. If it is blank, you can alert that you must enter food name and description. Okay, so this will give you an alert. So if it is okay, you can create a new food object, and this food object has a fixed image URL. This is a fixed image URL. So you can add the food description, the new food name, and the key. And what about the key? You can generate the key by using this generate function, and number of character inside this. This will generate a random string with a number of character. So you can clone the library or the package random string. with the len is a input property number of character, and you have to install this package in the terminal. Okay, copy this name and yarn add random string. Wait a few seconds and you can check again to see the random string has been installed to the dependencies, and move down this line, move down. So you can replace this with this function, this dot generate key 24 of 24 characters. So you push it to the array, and you can dispatch this and using new key. Yes, and you also new key to refresh the flat list after inserting data by calling the parent flat list and refresh flat list. Yes, where is this function? Do you remember? This function we defined in the previous lesson here. So we have this here, and the delete key you can add rename this to the active key. Yes, or the selected key, and you press and enter your information. Sashimi, for example, this is a food example, and why it is it does not close the model. Yes, so you have to add the function to close model here. You have to add this to here by calling this .ref.myModel. And where is my model? My model is the reference name of the model component, and you can call the function .close. This will close the model component. Yes, so you can open. Yes, type your information. Sashimi, it is an example, and press save. Okay, model close. Yes, you pull down to the final and you see that this is a new, and you want to move to the end automatically. Yes, so to move automatically you can firstly make a reference name to flat list component that is called flat list, and the reference name also be called here by this .ref .flatlist, and call the function scroll to n. This will scroll the flatlist to n, and type your food name such as this example and save. Okay, so you see that it is automatically scrolled to the flatlist n, and we also comment out this not necessary, and rerun the program again. Yes, you type your food name, type your description and save. Okay, and it will automatically add to the end. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos, and download code in GitHub here.